I'm Annabel Bannerman. I head the legal team. I'm the general counsel. I also sit on the executive committee of the business. I head the legal team, and what does that mean? That means I head a group of 5 lawyers, 2 paralegals and a secretary. In terms of the legal team, what do? We handle all legal matters relating to the business as a group, which means we would cover the usual litigation matters. We would look at intellectual property. We would look at marketing and promotions. We would look at all of our contractual arrangements, negotiating and drafting the contracts. And we'll also be advising on commercial relationships with our suppliers, with the industry, with regulators and so forth. And so essentially the team spends quite a lot of time ensuring that we can keep not only the executive but senior management out of jail, because they are the ones who are likely to be making the decisions in the business, and we want to make sure that when they do so within the confines of the law. It all depends, because there's such a variety of work. So you might come in thinking that you have your day planned, going to look at a couple of contracts, review contracts or draft them, and you're pulled into a meeting where you're now suddenly negotiating or looking at protecting the interests of the business. In terms of marketing and sponsorships, we've just recently done the SPFL deal. We would be looking at the inventory, making sure that that is reflected in the contract entered into between the business and the Football Association. We would look at more widely data protection issues for the business. Personally, I find it very intellectually stimulating. I love the fact that we have the opportunity to sit next to the business whilst they're making decisions, because it means that we're able to see that decision-making process, influence it, and make sure that we're able to document the arrangements they put into place very quickly. We've had a very busy summer, because we were negotiating and advising on the proposed merger between Ladbrokes and Coral. And so that has been, for the last 12 weeks, it's been relentless trying to get that done. We signed the deal in the summer. We are now going to shareholders to seek approval. We are now spending a lot of time putting together a circular to our shareholders to seek approval for the deal, because the nature of the deal means that it's a reverse takeover, which requires consent from our shareholders before we can move forward. We're looking to do that sometime in the autumn. So we're doing quite a lot of work on the circular, giving shareholders information about both companies, telling them the terms of the merger, and also enabling them to be able to make a decision to support it. The other aspect of the deal is, because we are 2 operators, and because such a merger could be interpreted as restricting competition in the market, we are required therefore to go to the Competition Authority, which is the Competition and Markets Authority, and seek approval. That is a lengthy process. We hope to get the clearance for the 2 companies to merge sometime next spring, perhaps into the summer if there's a bit of a delay. And so there's a lot of work to make sure that we can put our submission forward to say to the Competition Authority, these 2 big operators coming together will not be a disadvantage to customers. It's not going to restrict competition in the market, and actually, all in all, the customer on the street benefits from the joint arrangements we have in place.